Coach's Office, welcome to the Inner Sanctum, and Mark Neild. How are you, mate?
Not too bad, Russell.
Too bad.
How are you?
Oh, looking very good. Had a nice weekend, actually. I sat in the committee room and watched a good game of football. Talk to me about the Richmond game.
Okay, well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I did.
We were combative for the majority of the day, which is something over the past 5 weeks that we've dropped for a week, and quite rightly so. We leave ourselves open for criticism when that happens. So we certainly brought to the table on the weekend a level of competitiveness that's going to speed up our development. So we were pleased in that area. And we find ourselves now going through having to look at specific little elements of coaching and the way that we played, which is great. We feel like we're actually coaching and the boys are learning correct footy things. We've got a little bit of work to do on some of our turnovers through our ball use, and still our ability to force the opposition into some serious turnovers then hurt them. But in terms of a step forward, yeah, absolutely.
I enjoyed Aaron Davies' game because I hadn't seen a game like that from him in probably about 3 years.
Yeah.
Do you think that a senior player, standing up at the start of a game and playing well, younger guys come along for the ride?
Oh, absolutely, I'd agree with that, Robbo. Also with Aaron, the one thing I'd like to point out that everybody has their own individual story, and Aaron has been playing through a lot of pain and injury over the last probably 3 years. He's worked really, really hard with David Misson to get himself into a physical condition now that we can see him running out more AFL games. This was the first game for the season in the AFL team that Aaron has got himself to a fitness level where he didn't have to be sub, and that's great. Like he is working his backside off, and through Misso they've come up with a program to get him there. Now what we saw on the weekend, we're hoping that we see more of that, but Aaron was going strong in the second half, and we know that he's an elite ball user, and you saw it when the senior players play well, the other boys, they lift. But one of the roles that Aaron's playing here at the footy club, and he's up for it. We talk about who's up for the fight. The role that he's playing with the younger boys, and almost not. I don't want to overplay it to the extent of he's a development coach, but he's almost playing that role around the football club, and that's really good because he's up for it and he's enthusiastic. And now, if he can continue with his fitness regime that keeps him in the AFL side producing that, that's good for everybody.
Players are not just players sometimes; they're actually in the back rooms, they're coaches and mentors and whatnot.
Yeah, and you saw again, reinforce, if you want people teaching how to dispose of the ball correctly, Aaron Davies, your man.
He's the guy. I'll let you go. One more question.
How can you let me go if you got one more question?
Well, one more question. I'll let you go because I know you're just enjoying my company so much. I can see it in your eyes. There's a lot of talk amongst AFL coaches about, and yourself.
Yep.
Players coming into their own 3 to 5 years. This 3 to 5 years.
I think I know what you're going to ask. I know what you're talking about. So over the last, there's been quite a bit of debate. Not debate, a lot of discussion, and because of all the people that want to talk about footy, everyone grabs it and runs off and takes it in the direction to suit what they want to do. I know. I added to that debate, and it was pretty much just summarising what was being said, and to say that I absolutely agree with it. There's a common thought process that for an average AFL player to feel comfortable about being an AFL player, and they're not worried about their spot in the side, and they understand the contribution they're making to the team and the club, takes somewhere between 3 to 5 years. So between that 60 and 100 game mark per individual. Now I know there's been a lot said that people are saying, oh well, does that mean that, for example, us, we've got to wait 5 years? No, we were talking about individual players, and the point was made that we had 13 guys under that bracket play on the weekend, and we had 6 under 10 games play on the weekend. Our unique situation is we're bringing that whole heap of young players through together. But we are talking about guys like Jeremy Howe in that bracket. They're already at 40 games, so we would expect a marked sort of improvement in consistency from the Bale Howe group across the next season.
Right.
And when you've got that other group, which Dawes, Garland, these guys that are approaching the 100 game mark, they're ready to really take that next level. And I suppose the best example we have here at the moment is the consistency of, say, a Colin Garland. And, you know, he's coming in, he's nearing that 100-game mark and he's in the most consistent form of his life. So it was about individuals, and I think that's been misconstrued by a couple of people that are running off saying, well, the whole club needs 5 years. So you just got to make sure that you get the detail of what is said. So, and I heard Brendan McCartney talking about that, and Mark Thompson also added into that debate. So that's you know, somewhere between 60 to 100 games per individual. Right. Russell, that's important.
Thanks for clearing that up. There are no 5-year plans going on. It's all a process.
It's exactly
Teaching
right.
players individually.
It's exactly
you heard
right.
it from the horse's mouth.
There you go.
Good luck over in the West, mate.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to it.
No
Excellent.
worries. See you soon.